celebrating NASP with us this morning. Congratulations on your 25th anniversary, but also thank you for allowing the Wilmington Chamber of Commerce to celebrate with you as well. We are so appreciative of your membership, and we value you as members, and we look forward to the continued partnership and the opportunity to work together. So thank you. Now I'll pass it along to Eric.
All right.
A few words.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name's Eric Gislason. For those that don't know me, I'm the CEO and one of the principal trainers at the National Association of Safety Professionals. So, first of all, I'm so glad that everybody made it here. This is exciting. When Caroline and I first started kicking this off, we're like, we hope we get some people to show up. Because we got employees that are all over the country, but we have people from as far as North Dakota, Florida, Indiana, Michigan, Texas. So they've all kind of convened for this little occasion, so I'm very excited. And as she mentioned, the reason behind this is kind of twofold, right? So we are an international company, tiny little company out of Wilmington, but we've got a very high reach to many other places in the world. We do a lot in Texas and California and Indiana and all these other places. And we realized, we don't do a lot in our backyard, right? And we do some work here, but we're probably not as well known as I would like us to be. And so Caroline and I thought, well, what's the best way to kind of get the word out about some of the products and services locally? And so we joined with the chamber, and so far it's just been a real pleasure working with you guys. We hosted a safety award last month with you guys, and I thought that went well. So we're excited because I think there's business and industry and networking opportunities with the chamber, so we appreciate that. And then second, she mentioned it is our 25th year anniversary of being in business.
Yes.
That would be a round of applause. That's quite an accomplishment. That is very impressive. So a little story of the creation of NASP. Now, a lot of you guys might not know that Tom Hardin, the owner of NASP, and I were partners back in the 1990s. So from 1990 to 2000, we ran a very successful company called Environmental and Safety Services. Just, to put it in perspective, who in here was born after 1990? Raise your hand. Put your hands down. Good Lord. Okay. So we ran that company. I was very successful, and in 2000, I decided to get back into private industry. We kind of went our separate ways, but we still stayed in contact. And then Tom, being the consummate entrepreneur, comes to me with this idea, and he says, "Hey, I'm thinking about doing an online safety training company, and really focusing on online." This is in 2000. This was not a thing back then. I was like, okay, buddy, well, you do you. Good luck with that. And, sure enough, he grew this company. Fast forward to 10 years later, we crossed paths again. Tom invited me to become a member of the team and run the company. He's starting to near that retirement age, wanted to slow down a little bit. And I jumped at the opportunity because the other thing that we wanted to do was kind of kick back into instructor-led training. And those of you guys that know me, I'm a trainer. I love training. I love safety. That's my passion. So this was just a great opportunity and kind of a win-win situation for us. Fast forward to today, in that last 10 years, we have done some remarkable things as an organization, okay? We took all of the programs that Tom had developed and we updated them. We put a nice fresh look in a new LMS. It's exciting and dynamic. We are now what we call IACET accredited. That means we're an organization that can issue continuing education units for individuals to keep professional designations in place. We are also, a huge journey for us was an ANAB accreditation. That's the ANSI National Accreditation Board. They have accredited us for two of our certifications, Master Safety Professional, Certified Safety Director. Big stuff, okay? To put it in perspective, I know this is a lot of alphabet soup for you guys that aren't in safety geeks like me, but to put it in perspective, there's only one other agency in the United States that is duly accredited besides NASP, and that's the NFPA, the National Fire Protection Association. So that's a pretty impressive thing. And for those of you guys that don't know NFPA, they're the ones that make sure your sprinkler systems are working, making sure that your fire extinguishers aren't They're Look away. Who thought I'd be using a prop for my joke? So we've got these 2 accreditations, right? We've also quadrupled our staff size. Our sales are up 320% plus in the last 10 years. And probably the biggest thing, the most important, is we have made a real reputation for ourselves as an organization. We are known as one of the best, if not the best, safety training organization in the United States, if not the world. We really have that reputation. That's not a me thing, that's a team thing that has done that. So we are just excited about that. And I would love to say this is all Tom and my doing, but it is really a team effort. And I said this at dinner last night. Our team is top of the line at NASP, top of the line, okay? And NASP is not an easy company to work for.
What do you mean?
Right? Thank you, John. We require a lot of work. I mean, we're a small company that churns out a lot of work, and we've seen people come and go at NASP in the last 10 years. So those of you guys that have made it, it's a testament to your willingness to go above and beyond, your willingness to work extra hours if needed, your great ideas that you come to me with, the energy level. It's hard to find people that have strong work ethics these days, and you guys go above and beyond tremendously. So I thank you for that. I don't consider you guys employees. I consider you my work family and friends, and I hope you consider me your friends. Yeah, thank you. So, and then very quickly with our customers, we would be nothing without our customers. And I will tell you, our customers love them some NASP, right? They are so loyal and they do such a good job at spreading the word about NASP. One quick thing, I gotta say this, and this is not part of what I was going to talk about. We got a call yesterday from one of our customers. They didn't even know it was our 25-year anniversary. I hadn't talked to them in about 6 months, and we jumped on a Teams call, and I said, "How's it going?" He's like, "Things are going so good." And now they've been a customer of ours for about 4 years. And he said, ever since we went through your initial training, and they've had subsequent training, done a lot of stuff with us, he said, we have reduced our injuries by 70% over a 4-year period. Worker comp claims, okay, worker premiums. And he said, but most importantly, we've developed a safety culture. These people don't look at safety as a necessary evil. They look at it as something that's in line with quality and production. You've got to have that level. That's a safety culture aspect that we preach at NASP all the time. And guys, he's telling us, wherever Chris is, he's telling Chris and I, he said, I'm getting chills telling you guys this. And I got chills when he told it to me too. I mean, that's what NASP is all about. Perfect timing. NASP is all about driving worker injuries and illnesses down in the workplace. And we do that through the things that we do. And I'm so proud to be a part of an organization that does that. And one last thing, everybody who works here at NASP, if your spouse is here, turn to them and thank them and say thank you, because we have a high stress schedule, right? Yeah. So I'm sure they get to be a sounding board for you guys when you're having a high stress day. I'm sure if I was a fly on the wall, I'd love to hear some of those conversations, okay? And that includes my lovely wife that actually has been hanging it by my side. And when I say, hey, I'm gonna be out for the next 10 days, make sure the kids get fed, even though you're full-time working yourself. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to us, okay? Our spouses are rocks. So with that, I'm gonna turn it over to Tom Hardin, the owner. We're at 25 years. I hope and pray that God blesses us for another 25 years of prosperity and growth. So thank you. Let's do it.
I agree with that, Eric, but at my age, I'll be happy with just 25 years of life. I'll be brief because Eric said everything. But,
Sorry.
but I do have to, he told you the story about the first business and us parting our ways and him coming back to try to hit off me telling my version of that story. He hates for me to tell my version of that story, but when he came back as a consultant, came to NASP after we'd been operating for 10 years and saw how good we were doing and wanted to become a part of that, I said what I had waited 10 years to say, but you said it wouldn't work.
Saying I just thought it.
I had been holding my breath for 10 years. But he hit the nail on the head with the secret, the key is, I mean, we've got great employees, we've got smart people, but the key is not anything that I think of or do, anything that Eric thinks of or does. It's the accumulated things that our group of employees affect on a daily basis. It's amazing. We get, those of you that are businessmen won't be surprised by this, but we get all kinds of information every day. People that either want to buy us or merge with us. And I look at that stuff, nobody's getting this company, but I look at that stuff, but what I see over and over is that other companies make less money with more employees. We are the most productive company that I have seen on paper anywhere. Our employees are more productive than any of these that I've looked at, and it's amazing. And we love every one of them. I do want to point out one or two. Since Eric left and came back after 10 years, Eric is not the most senior person after me. The most senior person after me is Christy. Christy is one of the most amazing people I have ever worked with or known. You talk about productivity. And she works from home. Her husband's a pastor up in the mountains, and she works from home. She puts in always more hours than she claims pay for. But she is so productive. She keeps the books for us, but she does so much more administratively. There's not really anything that she can't do. And she's been with me so long. The business actually was in Shelby when I hired her to be the bookkeeper, and then found out she could do anything, not just keeping books. But she amazed me because I interviewed her at a coffee shop, and I thought, oh yeah, she's got all kinds of bookkeeping experiences. She's great. So when we were about through, I said, well, how long have you been using QuickBooks? She said, oh, I don't use QuickBooks. Well, I use QuickBooks. I said, how long will it take you to learn QuickBooks? She said, oh, a day or two. I said, no, that's not possible. I said, you go take a look at it and then give me a call. She called me, I think it was the next day. She said, I can come in tomorrow. I said, you hadn't already learned QuickBooks in one day? She said, yeah, and she had. The girl is absolutely brilliant. And I'll just mention one more. I could talk about every employee, but the next senior would be Eric, but then the next senior after that is Professor John. I call him Professor because he knows everything. Literally. I want to know something, I call John. He either knows the answer or he'll find it in 3 minutes. He's amazing. He literally can do everything. He started with us as the IT guy, but he can do anything. He works so hard, and I look around now, it makes me want to mention everybody. Everybody works so hard, but hopefully has a good time too. We don't think it has to be sad to be busy. It should be happy. It's a happy place, and that's what we want. I'm just very, very proud of every one of you, and I appreciate every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Rob Zappel. I have the honor and the privilege of serving you as one of your New Hanover County Commissioners. I just wanted to be here today. I think we've kind of heard the entire story here. Say congratulations to Tom, Eric, Hollis, and Carolyn. And Christy, and John as well for that. And I like, New Hanover County, our backbone is small businesses. So we thank you for investing in New Hanover County and being a part of it. But beyond it, in just these few minutes here, how often do you see CEOs or leaders of a company coming in front and having the moment on the stage to talk to the people? And what both these guys did? They focused on the employees and telling personal stories. Man, that says a tremendous amount to me about who these people are here and the business they have here. And I think you should all be really proud. I know I'm proud to have you as part of our corporate family here in New Hanover County. Also like to say my background as a general contractor and my continuing education, I'm very familiar with your product, as I have to lock myself in my room for 6 to 8 hours at a time and watch it. And I enjoy it. And I always say a safe crew on a construction site is a happy crew. And a happy crew makes me happy, and in turn it makes the client happy. So it all works together. So thanks very much for being here, taking a chance on us.
Yeah.
And by the way, we're right down here, 2520 Independence Boulevard, right across from Henry's. So if you ever want to drop by and come up, they're terrific people. So thanks again and congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm just going to say congratulations. I hope you get another 25 years, and I hope both of you are around for the next 25 years. Physically. But I just want to say this is, as Mrs. Apple said, that this is a significant community with a lot of opportunity. We've had a lot of small businesses that have opened here, but also I know that we appropriate a lot of funding for a lot of different projects throughout this city and county. I know that there's a lot of private industry here, and I know that any subcontractor that works in any one of those industries has got to go through a safety program to get into those companies. So for those small business owners that are out there, that are contractors, that are doing a lot of work, not only with the city, the county, the state, or even the private sector, your services are tremendously needed, and I know a lot of people that use them and have to. So on behalf of the city of Wilmington, congratulations. Thank you for your headquarters here, and keep on the great work, and thank you for all your employees here. Thank you very much.
And if we could get the NASP team to join us up here behind the ribbon.
We gotta be careful who we let run this. We're a safety company.
Do you need them to move up more, or?
Can we make 2 rows? Can I have some of you guys in the front? Yeah.
So we can have a row right
Those things work too.
Yep.
Can you see everybody more? Is that how you?
I think I'm missing one, maybe one person over here. Yes.
Y'all wanna hold it and I'll give them that? Okay, think we're good? Okay.
There we go. Yep. Here, look at me. Okay, ready whenever you are, Kristen.
Okay, so I want you to cut in one. Okay, I'm gonna count down from 3. Okay. Ready? Oh. 3, 2, 1.
So now after all the formalities, there's food and drink and time to hang out. We're gonna put a little music on, and I think that's the agenda for the rest of the day, right? All right, awesome.
I drove there first. Sorry.